So nonetheless, our starting lineup: Carson Edmonston, Cal Crumpton, Jaheim McDougal, Jackson Tribble, and Carson Stanley for West Wilkes. Carlos Reyes Martin, Spencer Leatherman, Malachi Rucker, C.J. McGill, and Kamen Smith for Wilkes Central. Kamen and it looks like Tribble going to do the jump circle duties. I don't see many open spots in the bleachers here tonight, Keith.
No, and I'm kind of interested in seeing how Coach Hamilton, that's a completely different coaching style. So.
And Tribble wins the tip. Carson Edmonston gets it, and we are underway.
Central starting out in the man-to-man.
Tribble gets the basketball, hands it off to Crumpton. Crumpton works through a screen from Carson Stanley. Crumpton pulls the ball back out. Over to Edmonston. Edmonston hands off to Jaheim McDougal. McDougal with the basketball. McDougal dumps it inside, now back corner. Carson Stanley for three, misses everything. As it comes up, Spencer Leatherman. Leatherman dumps it inside. Kamen Smith goes up strong, misses. Loose ball comes down to West Wilkes and Carson Edmonston. Edmonston passes ahead to Cal Crumpton. Crumpton over to McDougal. McDougal with the basketball. Goes to Carson Stanley on the right wing. Now Tribble gets it. Tribble down low. Works inside. Tribble bodying
great
up.
Move.
Kamen Smith hit, and he draws the foul on Kamen.
A great move by Tribble that time. Did a reversal on that. And, if you can get Kamen Smith in foul trouble, already his first.
And it comes at the 6:57 mark of the first period. First foul on Kamen Smith, first team foul. Jackson Tribble at the free throw line. He makes the first one. Make that 1-0 in favor of West Wilkes. Tribble's second one is no good. Rebound comes down to Kamen Smith. Now up the court with a basketball comes Carlos Reyes Martin. Carlos top of the key with the basketball, being picked up by Cal Crumpton. Goes over to C.J. McGill, who finds Leatherman, a quick trigger three. No. Rebound comes down Carson Edmonston. Edmonston brings the ball up the court. Edmonston drives through two gold jerseys and takes it to the cup. It is 3-0 Blackhawks.
That was a great move by Carson Edmonston that time. Just split the double team.
Carlos Reyes Martin with the basketball, and he throws it away. It's an Eagle turnover, and it goes back to West Wilkes. Keith, you couldn't ask for a much better first 2 minutes if you're Coach Scotty Green.
No, and, I see a lot of great ball movement, which we didn't see the last time we were up here.
Edmonston with the basketball, hands off McDougal. McDougal goes over to Jackson Tribble on the right wing, dumps it inside. Edmonston draws a foul.
Great pass and great move by Edmonston.
On C.J. McGill, that's his first team second foul. So C.J. McGill, that's his first. Edmonston at the free throw line, drains the first one. It's 4-0 Blackhawks. An even 6 minutes to play here in the first period. Wilkes Central still not on the board yet. Second free throw by Edmonston is good. That makes it 5-0 in favor of the Blackhawks. Spencer Leatherman wide open in the corner for three. Keith, that young man, I'm going to say, is the best offensive weapon, especially from outside, that Wilkes Central has. We've seen that young man get hot.
Yeah, he has, and that's the one thing. If you're West Wilkes, you got to find that shooter.
5-3 in favor of the Blackhawks. Nearly 5.5 minutes to play, opening period. Edmonston dumps it down to Tribble. Tribble working on Smith. Kicks it back out McDougal. McDougal back over to Tribble. Tribble on the left wing. Still hasn't used his dribble yet. Passes over to McDougal back top of the key. McDougal with the basketball. McDougal gets it to Carson Stanley. Stanley to Tribble, a deep two. Jump shot is off. Rebound comes down to Wilkes Central. That's Malachi Rucker with the rebound, who gives it up to Carlos Reyes Martin. Martin goes inside. Can't finish, but guess who? Kamen Smith there to put it back up and in. The trash collector's on duty, and it's a 5-5 ball game here. Wilkes Central's tied this thing back up. Carson Edmonston with the basketball. Edmiston goes to Carson Stanley. Stanley dumps it down to Tribble. Back to Stanley. Little two-man game. Stanley back to Tribble.
Great.
Tribble lays it up, and it rolls around and falls through.
Good two-man basketball right there. Great pass.
And now back the other way. Wilkes Central misses the layup. Kamen Smith inside. Good pump fake up and in. Atiki, 35 in the bright yellow jersey. He is a load to handle on the inside.
He gets the ball on the inside. I mean, it's really hard to play defense on that young man.
And now, Cal Crumpton with it back to Tribble. Back to Crumpton inside, lays it up and in. I tell you what, Keith, we've said it all year long. When West Wilkes plays through number 14 and not anybody else, that is when they are at their best.
Yeah,
and what have they done to start this game? They've played through Jackson Tribble.
Great job by Coach Green. That's what we've been talking about.
And Tribble with the block of Carlos Reyes Martin. The ball goes out of bounds.
I tell you what, it's old school basketball. You play from the inside out. And if you're a West Wilkes fan, this is the first time we've seen that in the games we've done.
Hey, when they're playing through 14, the black and orange are a competitive ball club. Kamen Smith gets the ball on the inbound. Kick out. Reyes Martin thought about the three. Now drives, loses it. Good defense by Carson Stanley to pick his pocket. And back comes Jaheim McDougal the other way with the basketball. 3.5 minutes to play, first period. 9-7, West Wilkes with the lead. Edmiston with it. Kicks over McDougal. A corner three is short. And now Spencer Leatherman with the basketball. Goes over to Reyes Martin. Martin top of the key, picked up by Cal Crumpton. 3:11 and ticking, first period clock. Reyes Martin gets it to Leatherman. Leatherman pulls up from 15 feet, misses everything. Keith, he tried to pull that shot up with jerseys all around him. Not exactly a good look.
That was kind of a forced shot by Leatherman right there.
You got to believe Coach Hamilton wants to get a better look than that. Carson Edmiston with it. Hayes working on C.J. McGill, now gives it up to McDougal. McDougal gets a screen from Tribble. Back to Tribble. Tribble passes out of his shot to Edmiston, and Edmiston misses the layup. He was wide open and couldn't finish. Back the other way comes Reyes Martin, and the runner goes right over Jackson Tribble. It's a 9-9 ball game with 2:25 and ticking first period clock. You got to believe Carson Edmiston wants to get that layup attempt back, Keith.
Yeah, I mean, what a great pass by Tribble. Tribble had about a 10-foot jump shot, but he passed it up. I mean, you know, not only is that young man going strong to the basket, but he's already got a couple of good key assists already for the Blackhawks.
Now we got some substitutions coming in for Wilkes Central. Nearly a full platoon swap. Some substitutions for West Wilkes as well. Daniel Lambert's in the game as he gives it up to Carson Stanley. Stanley to Tribble. Tribble top of the key. Tribble gonna fire up a deep one, and it goes. That's a deep two from Jackson Tribble. It's 11-9 in favor of the Blackhawks. 1:55 and ticking on our first period clock. Reyes Martin with the basketball. Martin dumps it into the corner. Now Villapando travels with the basketball. A.J. Villapando turns it right back over.
I tell you what, right now, if you're Coach Green, I'm looking at that matchup between Tribble and Martin out there. I mean, Tribble's got a good 6 inches over Martin right there. I'm going to try to take advantage of that.
And Kamen Smith comes right back in the game.
Well,
that didn't last long, did it? I think Coach Hamilton realized. What do you think, Keith? And we're talking about Mason Martin, not Carlos Reyes Martin, for the people at home.
But I mean, if I was Coach Green, that's the one thing I'd be looking at.
Tribble with the basketball, hands off to McDougal. McDougal nearly loses it. He gives it up to Daniel Lambert. Now Harrison Holbrook's in the game. Holbrook kicks it up to Carson Edmiston. Edmiston, top of the key, gets a screen from Tribble. And they're going to get Tribble with a moving screen. That is his team first foul. It comes at the 1:23 mark of the first period.
And that's the one player really West Wilkes can ill afford to lose.
You cannot lose Jackson Tribble and expect to see much success in this game if you're West Wilkes. For Wilkes Central, we talk about Kamen Smith, but you still have Spencer Leatherman. You still have a Carlos Reyes-Martin and others. Doesn't go that deep for West Wilkes.
Well, between Edmonston and
it's Edmonston and Tribble. They're the two main cogs. A.J. Villapando with the basketball for Wilkes Central. Now they get it to Kamen Smith. Kamen drives inside, tries to go up and under, no. And the rebound, good pump fake by
Tribble.
Good pump fake by C.J. McGill as he got Tribble with the jump, and that is Tribble's second foul. Good awareness by C.J. McGill.
A great shot fake, got Tribble off his feet.
And that shot is off. That free throw, I should say, is off by McGill as Andrew Dyer checks in the game. Of course, McGill, the quarterback for the Wilkes Central Eagles. Got to believe, Keith, it's still going to be his job this fall as a senior. And that second free throw is off. West Wilkes comes away with it. Carson Edmonston going to walk the ball up the court.
I'll tell you what, you talk about two big bodies. Look at Kamen Smith and Dyer out there.
And a three by McDougal is good from the corner. The jump shot. I tell you what, it may be deep south ugly in the heat of summer, but goodness gracious, he got it to go. I don't know how he shoots the ball the way McDougal does. I've never seen anybody shoot like McDougal, but that one was all nothing but net. And Carlos Reyes-Martin responds on the other end with a two. It's 14-11 Blackhawks. They can hold for the final shot here. Edmonston with the ball at midcourt. Edmonston being picked up by Villapando. Goes to Harrison Holbrook. Holbrook back to Edmonston. Edmonston, loose ball. He can't hang on to it. Back to Daniel Lambert. Lambert goes back inside to Dyer. Dyer looking to do so. He passed out of a good look to Holbrook, who misses the three, but Dyer's got to look to go up with the basketball. He couldn't ask for a better look, but nonetheless, our score here at the end of the first period, it's West Wilkes 14, Wilkes Central 11. We're back after this on Hometown Christian Radio. And welcome back to Millers Creek here tonight, as it is 14-11 in favor of the West Wilkes Blackhawks here as we start our second period. All in all, Keith, a pretty good first period for Coach Scotty Green and his boys.
Well, good job, but, them two fouls by Jackson Tribble. I mean, boy, you just really got to be a little concerned about that right there. But, and also, if you're Andrew Dyer, you're getting that ball down low, you got to look for that shot.
Reyes-Martin and Wilkes Central with the basketball to start our second period here. Reyes-Martin looks to go inside, right between the legs of Kamen Smith, and it goes back to the Blackhawks.
And, the best thing is West Wilkes with no turnovers so far, and Central with 4.
So, Carson Edmonston with the basketball. Edmonston, bad pass, picked off by Wilkes Central. Reyes-Martin through the contact, lays it up and in.
Never fails. I say no turnovers, and then they turn it over. So.
Edmonston working on Villapando. Edmonston trying to get too fancy with the basketball, and it's dribbled out of bounds, but it will stay Blackhawk basketball. Keith, you got to realize A.J. Villapando may be the quickest guy out there on the court. We've seen it enough on the football field, and right there, Villapando disrupts it again, gets it to Carlos Reyes-Martin, and a foul on Carson Edmonston. And Edmonston and Reyes-Martin, we talked about it, Keith, things getting chippy here. And are they going to tee up Carson Edmonston?
Yeah, could very well. Let's see.
That's exactly what they've done. Yes, you blocked the shot. I get it. I know both players are going back and forth. You cannot let your temperament get the best of you in this game. Keith, what did we just talk about in the pregame show?
Yeah.
West Wilkes has got to pull it together here just a little bit.
And see, also, I like the fact that Coach Green has called his players over here right now. And, this could Carson Edmonston is one of them players where you got to have him on the floor. You can't lose him to silly fouls like this right here. I know that, that was a good block and whatever else. But you just got to
go on and play defense.
You just got to walk away.
Go on and play offense. I mean, I get it. I know Reyes-Martin was talking. He's been talking. So it goes back and forth. I get it. But listen, when you blatantly instigate it that bad, I mean, when you block the shot and you're nose to nose with the other guy, guess what? You're going to get popped with a technical.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen it over the years in us doing games. This is what happens. You've got to keep your emotions in check. I don't care if it's football, if it's basketball, whatever the sport is, you've got to realize the bright side for your team is you've got a lead. You're in the second period. You know, you just got to navigate these waters a little differently.
Not only that, Mr. Edmiston, Carson Edmiston, is one of the team leaders for this team.
Oh, he's a key cog. You got to have this young man.
And you know that right there, you've got to step up and got to be above some of this stuff. And also, he's a lot more important to West Wilkes than Carlos Reyes-Martin is to the Wilkes Central Eagles.
You got to wonder, are they maybe discussing double technicals here?
Well,
to me, if they're going to dish out a technical, I don't think you could give it to just one side. I think you got to at least look at maybe double.
Right now, they got 2 fouls for Carson Edmiston.
Yes, they do.
Now, I don't know what the 2 are. I know one was a technical. To me, it was a clean block, okay, unless they call it with a body.
Let's see.
Well,
as now they're explaining to Coach Scotty Green. So, yes, they've called the technical on Carson Edmiston.
They must have called a personal foul as well.
As Reyes-Martin gets the technical free throw, he'll get a second one here. And it rims out. They called double. Keith, they called double. Now Edmiston's getting technical free throws. I said from the get-go, both guys were talking. You couldn't just blame Edmiston and you couldn't just blame Reyes-Martin. That was a 50-50 street. As Edmiston gets that free throw to go. (15-14) Blackhawks. Here's the second one. Make that 16-14 Blackhawks. 7:20 to play. Now, Keith, if you're an official, seeing something like that transpire, does that change the way you officiate the game a little bit?
Well, it definitely does. You know, you got to step up. But I'm trying to figure out right now how did Wilkes Central's got 5 fouls. Team fouls, that is.
I've only got them for 3.
That's all I've got them for. They got 5 on the board.
So that ball's out of bounds. It's going to stay with West Wilkes. Daniel Lambert with it goes to Andrew Dyer inside. Look at the big man go to work. He has his pocket picked, though, by A.J. Villapando. Back comes Reyes-Martin, who gets the layup to go. And Lambert gets it. It's a 16-16 game, under 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Edmiston with a basketball to Lambert. Andrew Dyer with it now. Dyer, the double team comes on him. Threads the needle to Lambert. Pump fake. Back out to Dyer. Dyer pump fake. And he travels with the basketball.
Yeah.
And you see Coach Green telling Dyer, you've got to shoot the ball. Keith, the young man's passed up like 3 open looks in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, and if you can figure out how that Wilkes Central got 5 team fouls, how about let me know, because I ain't figured it out.
Well, we'll try to sort it out, but nonetheless, Reyes-Martin, a bad pass. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay. Wilkes Central basketball. 6:28 to go first half. It's a 16-16 game. A.J. Villapando to inbound. Villapando gets it into Leatherman. Leatherman with the basketball for the Eagles. Passes over. 3 from Reyes-Martin is good.
I tell you, Carlos Reyes-Martin is really having a game tonight.
19-16 is our score in favor of the Eagles. Cal Crumpton with it. This press is giving West Wilkes trouble. Crumpton's got a pass to McDougal to get out of it. Now McDougal back out to Crumpton. Over to Edmiston for 3. No. Bricked it off the back iron. Here comes Carlos Reyes-Martin back the other way with the basketball. Reyes-Martin crossover inside. Up it goes, and missing everything is Malachi Rucker. Back the other way comes Carson Edmiston. Edmiston with the ball low post, and he is fouled.
I believe that's on Kamen Smith.
It is on Kamen Smith. That is his second. As Kamen goes back to the bench. Andrew Dyer gets the ball in the inbounds. Cal Crumpton with it now. 5.5 minutes to play, first half. Over it goes to McDougal. Back to Edmiston. Edmiston inside.
Great
gets it to go.
Great give and go by McDougal.
The Eagle lead is down to 1. It's 19-18 Wilkes Central. Reyes Martin with the basketball, top of the key. Reyes Martin drives, and he's fouled by Andrew Dyer. So Reyes Martin heads to the free throw line with 5:11 to play first half. Wilkes Central has a 19-18 advantage. And he misses that free throw off the front of the rim.
Reyes Martin with 12 of the 19 Wilkes Central Eagle points.
Reyes Martin, the second free throw is no good. Missed them both. Rebound comes down to Carson Stanley, and he hands it off to Carson Edmiston. He walks the ball up the court. He's picked up by Villapando. Picks his dribble up in no man's land. Forces Coach Scotty Green to have to use a timeout. So, Coach Scotty Green has to burn a timeout with 5:01 to play in our second period. And Keith, this has been a roller coaster game, back and forth. It's been a good matchup like we thought it would be. But I tell you what, you know, West Wilkes here, when Tribble goes to the bench and you don't have Tribble in there to play through, you start to see things don't stay as calm as they did.
Well, not only that, you got to, if you're Andrew Dyer and you get that ball in their low blocks, you've got to challenge that Wilkes Central defense down there. I mean, he's a big guy. He may not be the best shooter, but that's beside the point. You still got to challenge them in there, because after a while, it's going to get to the point where they're not even looking to guard him because he's not taking his shot. And right now, I mean, they're using him as a screener 25 feet away from the basket.
Yeah. Carson Edmiston with the ball, gives it up to Cal Crumpton. Crumpton back to Edmiston. Tell you, Villapando has give West Wilkes fits on the defensive end, and a bad pass. Cal Crumpton can't hang on to it. Here comes Reyes Martin as he goes to Villapando, and he lays it up and in. And then another bad pass by Cal Crumpton as it goes back to Reyes Martin. Crumpton makes up for it as he gets a defensive stop and steals it right back. But Crumpton gives it up to Dyer. Dyer, cross-court pass to McDougal, back to Edmiston, and Edmiston's fouled.
Great pass by McDougal that time. Looked like that was Gavin Cheek.
That foul's going to be on Mason Martin.
Mason Martin, excuse me.
His first, team seventh. Again, we're still confused at where the 17 fouls have come from.
That's going to be a 1-and-1.
Oh, and Edmiston misses that one.
Two-shot foul.
Yeah, they caught him in the act of shooting. So it remains 21-18. West Wilkes needs their free throws here. Edmiston, the second free throw, is good. 21-19 is our score in favor of Wilkes Central. 4:20 and ticking here in the first half of play. Spencer Leatherman with the basketball. Leatherman kick out to Reyes Martin. Martin drives inside, and his rebound comes down to Mason Martin, and it comes down to Andrew Dyer. Now Carson Edmiston slows the pace down just a little bit and gives it up to Daniel Lambert. Lambert has got to do something with it. He goes back to Edmiston. Edmiston up the court, he goes to Stanley, back to Lambert. Lambert back to Stanley, quick trigger three, in and out. Rebound comes down, Andrew Dyer. Wild pass out, Stanley is able to get a hold of it though. Back to Edmiston, Edmiston down to Lambert, and he double dribbled. Or I should say Dyer, I apologize, Andrew Dyer Keith, he just doesn't look comfortable in the low post with the basketball. Do you think?
No, I mean, he just gets a little bit out of control right there. And, you could tell that, that, like you said, they're out of sync just a little bit with Dyer in there compared to Tribble.
But we won't see Tribble till the second half. Reyes Martin with the basketball. Martin throws the ball out of bounds, and it's going back to West Wilkes. The thing about it is, Keith, even with Tribble on the bench, West Wilkes has done just enough, and Wilkes Central has left the door open for West Wilkes to stay completely in this game.
Well, the best thing I like about West Wilkes right now compared to the West Wilkes
McDougal, a three, missed everything.
Of old is they're passing the ball. They're looking for each other.
And Wilkes Central throws it right back away, and you're exactly right. They're playing good team basketball as the Blackhawks. As Harrison Holbrook checks in for Dyer.
And they go small now, so.
They kind of match Wilkes Central, really. So they get it into Holbrook. Holbrook goes to Edmonston. Edmonston. Defense being applied by Ethan Allen. And that's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say tipped, and it's going to stay West Wilkes basketball. 2:54 to play first half, 21-19, Wilkes Central with the lead. It's been a tightly contested game pretty much from the opening jump. Carson Stanley, a corner three. That ball was tipped, but an offensive rebound by Harrison Holbrook, and the Blackhawks have tied this game up 21-21, 2:42 and ticking here in the second period. Ethan Allen with it, goes to Carlos Reyes Martin. Spencer Leatherman with it.
Great
Shot blocked by Daniel Lambert.
But right back in the hands of Leatherman.
And Reyes Martin hits the deck. And Carson Stanley, ball is on the end line. He couldn't save it quick enough. And it's 21-21, our score. 2:20 to go. Wilkes Central ball here underneath their own basket. And Coach Hamilton wants a timeout, I believe, to talk it over. As we have got a tightly contested game here late in the first half. We're back in 30 seconds on Hometown Christian Radio. And we are back here at West Wilkes High School. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remain in our first half of our boys game. It is a 21-21 stalemate here tonight. All knotted up. Wilkes Central basketball, they're going to inbound on their own baseline. Leatherman to inbound. And he gets it into Reyes Martin. Reyes Martin to Smith. He wasn't ready for the pass, and Daniel Lambert tipped it away. Leatherman tries to get it back defensively, unable to do so. Up it goes to Dyer. Dyer over to Holbrook. Holbrook back to Edmonston. Edmonston looking to drive, pulls up, and gets it to go. A beautiful 15-foot pull-up by Carson Edmonston, and it's 23-21 Blackhawks as they have stormed back to take the lead here. A minute 50 ticking on our first half clock. Reyes Martin with the basketball. Goes to Kamen Smith down low. Drives inside, and he can't finish. Rebound comes down to Dyer. Carson Edmonston with it. To Lambert. And Lambert travels.
I tell you one thing about Coach Hamilton, it's very reminiscent of the old Tommy Johnson. Uses a lot of players, and that way they can play up-tempo.
And Jackson Tribble has checked back into the game for West Wilkes with a minute 25 remaining in the second period. Carlos Reyes Martin pulls up, and he was hit in the face.
And that foul on Daniel Lambert.
The thing is, Keith, he didn't have to hit him in the face. He was not going to make the shot anyway. It was short, and that was a bailout foul. Free throw by Carlos is good, makes it 23-22. As Riley Canner checks in for Jaheim McDougal. And that one goes. We're knotted back up, 23 apiece. 1:20 to play in the first half. Edmonston walks the ball up the court. Gives it to Daniel Lambert. Lambert throws it back to Edmonston. Edmonston over to Lambert. Lambert to Holbrook. Back to Edmonston as they get above midcourt. Inside Tribble. Bounce pass out. Riley Cantor for three. No, off the side of the rim. Now Wilkes Central with it under a minute to play first half. A.J. Villapando tries to dump it inside to Rucker, and he can't get it to him. It'll stay Wilkes Central basketball with 53.7 seconds to play here in the first half. 23-23 is our score. Good defense by Harrison Holbrook to knock that inbounds pass right back out on Villapando. And they get it to Leatherman. A deep three. No. Rebound comes down to Rucker, and Rucker has his shot blocked. And that's a foul on Rucker that's going to send Tribble to the free throw line. Tell you what, Keith, that was as good of a defensive series for West Wilkes as we've seen.
Well, I found out where one of our fouls is at, and that's Malachi Rucker, because that's his second.
So slowly but surely putting the pieces together. That's the 8th team foul for Wilkes Central. As Jarrett Minton's going to check into the game, replacing Carson Edmonston. Tribble at the free throw line for the 1-and-1. And he misses it. Loose ball. Who wants it? Jared Minton. Good effort to try to save it, but it's going to go to Wilkes Central with 43 seconds to play. Here in the first half, we're knotted up at 23 apiece. Reyes Martin with a basketball. Carlos taking his time in the center court circle. Under 30 seconds to play now. Wilkes Central going to hold for the last shot here and try to carry momentum into the halftime locker room. Carlos taking his sweet time, down to 15 seconds now. Carlos still just dribbling out there in no man's land as we are down to 10 seconds to play. Here we go. Carlos looks to attack on the ISO. Pump fake. No foul calls. It comes to Dyer. Now picked up Riley Cantor, and we're going to get a foul before the end of the first half on A.J. Villapando as that bails them out, and West Wilkes is going to have free throws here to end the first half with no time on the clock. Wow, what a turn of events. They're letting them play, Keith. As Riley Cantor goes to the free throw line. Free throw is good. West Wilkes is going to have the lead at the half, 24-23 at minimum. Cantor gets his second one to go. Yes, 25-23. West Wilkes has the halftime advantage. We're back after this on Hometown Christian Radio.
Wilkes Communications has been an invaluable partner to our agency for years. As our technology needs have increased, our need to modernize our phone systems, they've been there every step of the way with us. Anytime I need anything, all I have to do is send an email or make a phone call and somebody's on it immediately. It means a tremendous amount having a local provider because these are the people we see it out at restaurants, we do business with in the community, we see them at church. You know, we're here together, we're doing this together, and to know that we have to see each other and meet each other's needs, it keeps us all accountable and honest, and it makes us all better. I don't think that folks in Wilkes County realize the benefit to having a local internet service provider with the capabilities of Wilkes Communication and all that they're investing in to modernize broadband service in an area like Wilkes County. It doesn't exist in other places, and it's a blessing to have it here. Wilkes Communication gives you that personal touch and highly technical expertise in anything any business can need here locally. I couldn't recommend them enough. I would refer any family, friend, or business to them.
It's going to be West Wilkes basketball to start the half.
Yeah, I look for both these teams to really settle in, and it's going to be interesting, I think, in about the next 3 or 4 minutes, just to see how this game's going to transpire.
West Wilkes the basketball. It's Jaheim McDougal. Gives it up to Cal Crumpton. Goes over to Edmonston. Fires up a three, and he gets it to go. Carson Edmonston extends that Blackhawk lead. 28-23. West Wilkes just underway here in the second half. Carlos Reyes-Martin works it over on the right wing to A.J. Villapando. Reyes-Martin goes back to Villapando, who nearly loses it out of bounds, saves it into Kamen Smith. Back out to Carlos. Carlos thought about the three, drives inside, up and under, and gets it to roll up and down off the front of the rim. 28-25, West Wilkes lead sets at 3. Jaheim McDougal with the basketball. Gives it up to Cal Crumpton. Crumpton over to Carson Stanley. To Edmonston inside. Edmonston can't finish. Gets his own rebound. Pump fake, and he goes up. Misses again. Jackson Tribble had it, and then has it knocked away by Spencer Leatherman. Leatherman back the other way. Passes out of a layup to Carlos Reyes-Martin, who works it back up. Kamen Smith, who goes inside on Tribble and lays it up and in. 28-27 Blackhawks, 6:44 and ticking third period clock. Carson Edmonston with it. Works it over to Crumpton. Crumpton to McDougal. Jaheim. Back over to Carson Stanley. Inside Tribble. Tribble to a cutting Edmonston. And he lays it up and in.
Tell you, great two-man basketball right there.
30-27 West Wilkes. A.J. Villapando with the basketball for the Eagles. Carlos Reyes-Martin, a deep three, missed everything, and it bounced right to Villapando. Now back to Reyes-Martin. Carlos with the basketball. Carlos taking his time here. 5:55 and ticking, third period clock. Goes to Leatherman. Leatherman passes it inside to Rucker. Shot block. Oh, they call a foul.
Who'd they call that on?
I think it's on Tribble.
Yep.
I thought he got all ball, Keith.
Yeah, well.
Is it because he went completely down with his motion, you think?
Yeah, if instead of going straight up, he comes down 9 times out of 10, they'll call that right there. But it looked like he got all ball from our vantage point.
That is the third foul on Jackson Tribble. You got to believe that frustrates Coach Scotty Green, as it would any coach.
Yeah, early. This is early in the third period.
Second free throw is no good. Wilkes Central left points at the line, so that helps.
Tribble's still in there, though.
As Malachi Rucker missed those free throws. And then we got a foul on A.J. Villapando.
And, that's a silly foul there, 65 feet away from the basket.
Edmonston gets the ball back on the inbound. That was the first team foul for Wilkes Central, so both teams have one team foul here in the second half. And a foul on Spencer Leatherman.
That's his first, team second. Central being very aggressive, and, that was kind of a silly foul, 25 feet away from the basket.
Cal Crumpton with the basketball. Crumpton looking to drive, dumps it down inside Tribble. Tribble goes up, and he lays it up and in with a beautiful, easy touch. Makes it 32-27 Blackhawks. Reyes-Martin back the other way, and that's going to be Blackhawk ball.
It's a 10th turnover for the Eagles.
And Coach John Hamilton wants a timeout with 5:12 to go, third period. 32-27 in favor of West Wilkes. We're back after this on Hometown Christian Radio. And welcome back to Millers Creek. West Wilkes basketball on the inbound here. Carson Edmonston gets it. Edmonston walking a tightrope on the sideline, gets it to McDougal, who has it knocked out of bounds off Jaheim's foot.
And much to the chagrin.
It was right here in front of us. That could have went either way. We need an instant replay to sort that one out. And now a deep three by Leatherman with a hand all in his grill.
That was an ill-advised shot right there, I believe.
And then out of bounds off of Carlos Reyes-Martin. It'll stay West Wilkes basketball with 4:48 to play, third period.
You got to wonder if that might have been a frustration shot by Leatherman there.
Carson Stanley with it, goes to Edmonston. Edmonston over to Crumpton. Crumpton back to Edmonston. Edmonston top of the key. Goes over McDougal. Carson Stanley, corner three, yes! 35-27 West Wilkes. 4:27 and ticking on this third period clock. And now good defense by Carson Edmondson to knock the ball away from Reyes-Martin. McDougal in transition, and it's going to stay West Wilkes ball. McDougal to inbound for West Wilkes underneath their own basket. Quick trigger in to Cal Crumpton on the inbound. They get it to Tribble in the post. He can't handle it. And up the court it goes to Leatherman. Crumpton meets him there. Crumpton. And good move by Leatherman as he gets it underneath, rolls it up and in. 35-29 West Wilkes. Cal Crumpton with the basketball. Crumpton's having trouble with it. Crumpton, somebody's got to come and help him. He throws it away nearly. Edmonston gets it. Back to McDougal. McDougal to Tribble. He can't handle it. Back it goes to Wilkes Central. Leatherman up the court with the basketball now. Quick trigger three. Yes! 35-20, or I should say 35-32 is now our score. Here comes Carson Edmonston with the basketball. West Wilkes still with a lead. McDougal with it. Corner three. No. Rebound Carson Edmonston. Edmonston inside through the contact. No. Kamen Smith the rebound. Reyes-Martin goes up, has his shot blocked. Rebound comes down to West Wilkes. Keith, West Wilkes needs to slow the tempo of this game up.
Yeah, I mean,
if this game goes fast, it honestly favors Wilkes Central more so than it does West Wilkes.
West Central's really trying to speed the game up, so West Wilkes just got to take their time.
And good defense that time by Malachi Rucker to knock the ball out of bounds. And now some fresh bodies coming in on both sides. Harrison Holbrook and Daniel Lambert check in for Cal Crumpton. And Carson Stanley and A.J. Villapando comes in.
And see, Coach Hamilton can do that. He can run 5 out, 5 in, and he can keep that breakneck speed going.
And now, Edmonston over to McDougal. Jackson Tribble a deep two. No. Rebound comes down Kamen Smith. 35-32 West Wilkes. 2:38 and ticking, third period clock. Reyes-Martin goes over to A.J. Villapando. Back to Reyes-Martin. Martin, kick over. Corner three for Ethan Allen is no good. Rebound comes down to Jaheim McDougal. McDougal runs it up to Holbrook. Bad pass. He threw it too far out in front of him, and it's another West Wilkes turnover.
I tell you, both teams are really turning the ball over quite a lot compared to that.
West Wilkes is not built to play fast, especially if Carson Edmonston is not the one bringing the ball up the court.
Right, and I mean, you know, and you got much, like I said, great job by Coach Hamilton getting them to play really up at a pace that they don't want to play at.
And now with the basketball, it's Wilkes Central. Inside shot is no good. Kamen Smith gets the offensive rebound, lays it back up and in. C.J. McGill missed it, but Kamen Smith was there to clean it up. It is now just a 1-point Blackhawk lead at 35-34. And it's going to stay West Wilkes basketball. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Boy, if I could have got the ball to Tribble that time, he had Ethan Allen on him, and oh man.
35-34, West Wilkes with the lead, 1:44 to play, third period. They get it into Harrison Holbrook, back to Edmonston. Edmonston with it. Passes over to McDougal. McDougal to Tribble. Tribble
great
inside
pass
to Edmonston. Pump fake up and one for Carson Edmonston.
Foul on Leatherman. That's his second.
You said they got Leatherman with a foul, Keith?
Yeah. That's the second.
This to make it a 4-point game if Edmondson strips his fan one free throw. And he gets it to go. 38-34 West Wilkes, a minute and a half to play in the third period. Ethan Allen with the basketball. Allen gives it up to Leatherman. Leatherman back to Allen on the left wing. Goes over to Villapando, right wing. Good inside presence. McGill, I don't know if that was a pass or a shot that got deflected. A.J. Villapando, corner three, yes! 38-37, the West Wilkes lead back down to 1 as we have 1 minute to play here in the third period. Edmonston with it. Edmonston over to Tribble. Tribble back to Daniel Lambert. Lambert over to McDougal, a deep two, yes! 39-30, or I should say 40-37 West Wilkes. Do we have a timeout?
They're trying to get some new players in the game.
I didn't realize they would stop the game just to put subs in, Keith. We hadn't really seen that happen.
Well, if anything, that helps West Wilkes because they're kind of slowed that breakneck speed down.
Absolutely. 45 seconds to play, third period. 40-37 Blackhawks with the advantage. A.J. Villapando drives inside, dumps it off Kamen Smith. Smith is fouled.
So is that on Holbrook?
It's on number 5. That's Carson Edmondson. That's his third.
Team second.
So Kamen Smith at the free throw line shooting 2. And he misses the first one.
Yeah, the two players that you really don't need in foul trouble for West have 3 fouls. So
Kamen Smith's second free throw is good. That's 40-38. It's just a 2-point Blackhawk lead as we've got 33 seconds and ticking left in our third period. And now Edmonston with it. Dumps it off to Holbrook, over to Lambert, to Tribble, down to 21 seconds. Back to Lambert. Lambert still with it. Lambert over to Edmonston. Edmonston pump fake. Drive, hands off Tribble.
Oh, he got fouled.
And no whistle called underneath. Up ahead pass. Smith can't handle it.
Yeah, Leatherman, he got him all across
Tribble
the
got
lawn.
absolutely
mauled.
I'll tell you what. It's almost like he stood in front of an offensive lineman at the Golden Corral buffet. He got whacked to get out of the way. It's going to be West Wilkes basketball with 9 seconds to play. And now West Wilkes. We got a foul. That's going to, no, they call travel. McDougal hit the deck, tumbling over. I thought it was going to be a foul call, and it goes back to Wilkes Central with 3.7 seconds to play. Keith, they're letting them play.
Yeah.
I mean, they are letting them play.
And, I like to see the youngins play, but with these.
And look at Daniel Lambert hit the floor to McDougal. McDougal throws up a wild shot here to try to beat the buzzer. And nonetheless, our score as we head to the fourth period, it's West Wilkes 40, Wilkes Central 38. We're back after this on Hometown Christian Radio. And welcome back to West Wilkes High School. As the final 8 minutes set up on the clock, we start the fourth and final period. 40-38, West Wilkes with the advantage. Keith, I think we're going to be in for a fun final 8 minutes.
Yeah, I almost get the impression that whoever has the ball last.
As Malachi Rucker misses an easy layup. And it goes back to West Wilkes. McDougal gets it. Now to Edmonston. Edmonston with the basketball. Goes over to Daniel Lambert. Lambert with it. Lambert passes into Tribble to Holbrook. Corner three.
Short.
No. Tribble tries to make a play for the rebound. He hits the deck. They're going to call jump ball. I would hope it's a jump ball.
Yeah, it's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Blackhawks.
Edmonston to inbound.
They're going to have to do a little floor maintenance here.
Edmiston will inbound underneath the Blackhawk basket right here in front of our broadcast location. Harrison Holbrook open for three on the inbound. Wilkes Central was asleep defensively. Holbrook just got it and stripped it. It's 43-38 Blackhawks. And now A.J. Villapando dumps it down to Reyes Martin. Reyes Martin, they try to go inside Kamen Smith, and Smith finishes through the contact. 43-40 Blackhawks with the lead as we are down to 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Carson Edmiston with it. Edmiston tries to thread the needle to Holbrook. Bad pass, too many gold jerseys around. And Leatherman steals it. Leatherman goes inside. Leatherman can't finish. Rebound is out of bounds. It'll be West Wilkes basketball. Daniel Lambert with the basketball for West Wilkes. Passes over to Edmiston. Edmiston gets across midcourt, goes back to Lambert. Lambert with the basketball. Holbrook, another corner three. No, rebound off the hands of Kamen Smith, and it goes to West Wilkes. Daniel Lambert with it, goes to Carson Edmiston, tries to dump it off inside, and good awareness by Holbrook to pick up the loose ball, lay it up and in, 45-40. West Wilkes with the advantage. A.J. Villapando drives inside, misses everything. Rucker cannot get the putback to go. And now West Wilkes with the basketball. Keith, this has not been a good start for Wilkes Central in the fourth period.
And I like the fact that West Wilkes has slowed this game down a little bit, and they're playing a lot more effectively.
McDougal, 15-foot jumper is good. 47-40 West Wilkes. And Wilkes Central's forced to call a timeout. And the Blackhawks have a little bit of momentum here in the fourth period. We're going to keep it right here, but Keith, Wilkes Central looks absolutely out of sorts.
Well, right now they are, but, the other thing I like is, I like the fact that Carson Edmiston has become a facilitator. I mean, he's a great offensive threat, but he's become a facilitator, and that makes him a lot more effective out there.
And now, as we reset things here, Blackhawks hold a 7-point lead with 5:48 to play. And so far for West Wilkes, Jackson Tribble's been able to play without picking up that fourth foul, and that's been huge to this point in the second half.
Well, not only that, Carson Edmiston's been playing with 3 fouls. But the best thing is Wilkes Central has not got West Wilkes to run fast.
Yeah.
They're taking their time getting it down the floor, setting up, getting good inside shots. And, I'm sure Coach Green says, hey, keep doing what you're doing.
That's exactly right. So, 5:48 to play, fourth period. Wilkes Central ball on the inbound. West Wilkes with a 47-40 lead. West Wilkes trying to get to 2-2 in Foothills 2A conference play. Wilkes Central, if they lose tonight, Keith, they fall to 0-4 in conference play. Reyes Martin with the basketball. Hands it off to Leatherman. Leatherman passes over to Villapando. Villapando drives inside, and he gets that layup to go. Makes it 47-42. 5:23 and ticking on this fourth period clock. Jaheim McDougal with the basketball. Gives it up to Daniel Lambert. Now to Edmiston, to Tribble. Tribble. Ill-advised pass. West Wilkes maintain possession, though. Daniel Lambert to McDougal, back to Edmiston. To Holbrook. Over to Lambert, and him and Leatherman hit the deck, and on the sideline is C.J. McGill, as that's a Wilkes Central turnover. He had possession of the ball and stepped on the end line.
I tell you, bailed Lambert out on that one.
Yes, he did.
Right there.
Edmiston to inbound on the sideline.
But, if you're West Wilkes, you can't get to the point where you're not trying to attack the basket at all. You can't go stagnant right here.
And now, McDougal with the basketball. McDougal. Timeout West Wilkes. As Coach Green wants to talk about it, he didn't like the way they came out after that inbounds with 4:39 to play. 47-42, West Wilkes are back after this on Hometown Christian Radio. And welcome back to Millers Creek. We have 4:39 to play, and West Wilkes has a 47-42 advantage here in this ball game.
I tell you what, West Wilkes is, I think there was a great timeout by Coach Green right there. They got a little out of sorts, a little out of sync, a lot of dribbling going on and not moving the ball. So I'm sure that's probably one thing he addressed in that timeout.
Daniel Lambert to inbound. He gets it into McDougal. McDougal with a basketball for West Wilkes. Carson Edmiston with it now. Edmiston nearly loses it. Villapando playing good defense straight up on him. Got to steal a little bit more movement as McDougal nearly loses it. Bodies hit the deck. Reyes Martin comes away with it, dumps it down to McGill, and McGill is fouled.
Foul on Lambert. I kind of wonder about that one right there a little bit.
Here's my question. How do you call that a clear foul when Jackson Tribble was nearly pulled to the floor and you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand the logic behind the way some of the calls have been made to either side. Forget whose side it was called. I'm just stating obvious facts.
And a little floor maintenance now as McGill goes to the free throw line.
47-42, West Wilkes with the lead, 4:16 to play, and C.J. McGill is going to the free throw line shooting 2. Wilkes Central needs these, Keith.
Both teams with only 3 team fouls. That could definitely come into play.
As he gets that one to go, makes it 47-43. Down to a 4-point Blackhawk lead. He can make this one and cut it to a 1-possession game. And he misses it. Loose ball brought in by Kamen Smith. Smith inside gives it up Villapando. Now McGill goes back inside. He can't get it. Rebound comes down to Jackson Tribble. As we're down to 4 minutes to play in this ball game, West Wilkes with a 47-43 lead. And we got a foul on A.J. Villapando. Too much body.
That's his 3rd. Team's 4th.
Both teams with 4 team fouls. 3:58 to go, 4th period. 47-43. West Wilkes with the advantage. They get it into Harrison Holbrook. Holbrook goes to McDougal. McDougal traveled with the ball.
That's a 19th turnover for the Blackhawks. Only 14 for the Eagles.
Reyes Martin with the ball off the inbound. Carlos walks the ball up. Goes right wing. Now picks up his dribble. He's trying to get it down to Kamen Smith. Has to just get away.
To a 5-second
yes,
call
it was.
Right there.
They go in the low block, Kamen Smith. Smith inside, and Tribble fouls him. Kamen set the line, and Tribble bit the whole way. That is the 4th foul on Jackson Tribble.
Team's 4th as well. So this is going to cause Andrew Dyer to come off the bench. And
I don't know at this point, Keith, can you afford to really put Tribble on the bench with only 3.5 minutes to play? As Kamen misses the free throw. You got to believe that Dyer is not going to be in there long. I don't know if Wilkes Central makes a run, you've got to put Tribble back in the game at this point and let it play out.
He may not have the scoring, but Tribble's really made a big difference in this Blackhawk team.
And now, 2 misses by Kamen Smith at the free throw line. Carson Edmiston with a basketball. Kicks it over McDougal. McDougal in the corner. Hands it out. No, stolen away by Leatherman. Good defense by Wilkes Central. And Leatherman is fouled.
And Leatherman's went up against the wall. He's hurt. And that foul is on Lambert. That's his 3rd. Team's 5th. Let's hope Spencer Leatherman's okay. Tell you, he hit that wall pretty hard.
I think it had something to do with the way he planted too, Keith. I don't know. He is in some pain. Maybe it's a cramp. Maybe it's just a cramp that caused him to come down, but he's punching the wall over there. That young man is in some serious pain.
Well, they're kind of going with his ankle, so maybe
he might have rolled his ankle when he come down. Or worse, he come down on top of another man's shoe. Those can sometimes be the worst ones.
Well, it's not his knee. That's the only thing I was concerned about right there.
One has to wonder, Keith, if they got to go the last 3-13 without Spencer Leatherman, that's a big offensive threat that gets taken out of this game for Wilkes Central.
Well, it definitely is. And, I mean, you got Tribble on the bench on the other side for West Wilkes. So let's hope that young man's okay.
And Leatherman comes up.
He's a little gimpy.
Hope that young man is okay. But we've got 3:13 left to play. 47-43 is our score.
Who's going to shoot the free throws for him?
In favor
Aaron
of
Edwards. He's going to come
West
in
Wilkes.
Shoot the free throws now for Spencer Leatherman.
Boy, what a way to get thrown in the game for Aaron Edwards here tonight. First bit of action, and it comes. You need 2 key free throws with just over 3 minutes to play. Oh, he missed that one. Keith, that's a tough way to throw a kid in who hasn't played all night, is it not?
That's awful tough, man.
And now they're going to pull him. Oh, his mask. Glad to see that thing go.
You and me both.
And now the second one for Edwards. He makes that one. 47-44. It is a one-possession game. Carson Stanley with it. Gets it to Edmonston. Edmonston up the court he comes. Edmonston kick out to McDougal. McDougal. Carson Stanley, a three. No. Off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound. And he is fouled.
I believe that's on Edwards.
They're going to get – did they get Kamen Smith? I thought he held up 35. Hold on.
I thought it was 33.
Well, wait. Yeah, it is 33. It is 33. Free throw is good for Carson Stanley. Makes it 48-44. And now Ethan Allen checks back in for Aaron Edwards. Big free throw here for Stanley. It's up, and it's good. Back to a two-possession game at 49-44. 2:50 and ticking. Ethan Allen with the basketball. Back to Reyes Martin for Wilkes Central. Dumps it off into the corner to Villapando. Tries to go inside Kamen Smith. It's knocked away, but Wilkes Central gets it back.
Carson Edmonston almost got a pick right there.
And now inside goes Reyes Martin, and he turns the ball over, throws it right in the hands of Carson Stanley. And now Cal Crumpton with the basketball. Crumpton is fouled by Ethan Allen.
It's a team 6.
Wilkes Central's awful close to putting West Wilkes in the 1-1 key.
It's good to see Spencer Leatherman back on the floor.
Yes, it is. And they're going to need him for this final 2:24. West Wilkes inbounding underneath their own basket here. They get it into Crumpton. Shot blocked by Leatherman. Comes back into the game and makes an instant impact. Throw ahead pass to Malachi Rucker is blocked. What a blocked shot by Carson Edmonston. And West Wilkes with the basketball here. 2 minutes, 8 seconds and ticking. 49-44 Blackhawks with the advantage. Carson Stanley with the basketball. Stanley gives it up to Dyer. Dyer with the basketball. Dumps it down to Edmonston. Edmonston through the contact, rolls it up and in.
Great entry pass by Dyer that time.
51-44 is our score in favor of the Blackhawks. Reyes Martin draws a foul.
Is that on McDougal? That's on number 5.
That's Carson Edmonston.
That's his 4th. Team 6.
So
they can ill afford to lose him after.
And a miss by Carlos Reyes-Martin. Keith, Wilkes Central's not done themselves any favors at the free throw line tonight.
No, I mean, that's where you win and lose key games like this.
A minute 44 to play. Second free throw for Reyes-Martin. It's good. 51-45, West Wilkes with the advantage.
You got to wonder how long Tribble's going to be on the bench now.
Cal Crumpton with the basketball. They get it up to Carson Stanley. Back to Crumpton. Crumpton lays it up. No good. Rebound comes down to Carlos Reyes-Martin back the other way. Reyes-Martin misses the layup. Rebound comes down to Dyer. Good job and good awareness by Carson Edmiston not to jump to try to block the shot. Down to a minute 20 to play. 51-45 West Wilkes. Edmiston hands it off to McDougal. McDougal to Dyer. Dyer with it on the left wing. Dyer dribbles back up. Now picks up his dribble. Goes to Carson Stanley. Stanley with the basketball. Stanley over to McDougal. McDougal with it. Jaheim down to 60 seconds to play. Gets it to Edmiston. Pump fake. And he's fouled by Spencer Leatherman.
That's his third. And that put Carson Edmiston for the 1-and-1. Yeah, I get that's. I'm wondering when Tribble's going to enter the game, and right then
it
Coach
comes
Green
with 58 seconds to play. 51-45.
You know, there's another player that really, to me, has done a great job here tonight, and that's Harrison Holbrook.
Yes, he has. Edmiston misses the free throw. Keith, I think really without Harrison Holbrook tonight, I don't know if West Wilkes is able to keep this lead like they have. He has done a lot of good things off the bench.
He has, and, you know, he's a big body out there. That's why
he stretches the floor as a big. As we got a timeout on the floor with 58.7 seconds to play. 51-45 West Wilkes. We're back in 30 seconds on Hometown Christian Radio. And welcome back to West Wilkes High School here tonight. 51-45 is our score in favor of the Blackhawks. Just
Carson Edmiston with 21 points.
Man. Good effort by him tonight as he's trying to help pad that lead at the free throw line here. He missed his first one. Timeout was called with 58 seconds to play, and now he'll get a chance at his second one, and West Wilkes is putting all their guys back on defense. Second one is up, and it's good. Makes it 52-45, and Jared Minton checks into the game for Carson Edmiston. You got to believe this is a defensive move right here.
Yeah, it's a defensive offensive switch right now.
And now,
you know, if you're Wilkes Central though, you're gonna have to be a
little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Down to 43 seconds. Leatherman trying to find a three. Leatherman can't hit. Rebound comes down Carson Stanley. And now West Wilkes with the basketball. Wilkes Central's forced to foul. Cal Crumpton.
That foul on number 23, C.J. McGill, is second. Team's eighth. I'll tell you what, this second half has really been a fairly clean played game. I mean, you know, considering that we talked about the chippiness in that first half, but
second free throw is up and good for Cal Crumpton. Second free throw is good. Makes it 54-45 in favor of the Blackhawks. Down to 30 seconds to play.
That might be what the nail in the coffin right there.
Villapando with the basketball. Drives inside. Can't finish. Rebound Jackson Tribble. And he gets it up to Jared Minton. And Minton is fouled by Carlos Reyes-Martin with just 20 seconds to play.
Team's ninth. I knew. Great job by the West Wilkes Blackhawks tonight. I tell you what, if you're Coach Green, you got to be proud of the effort that the Blackhawks have. But you know, Coach Hamilton's boys are not giving up. I mean, they're battling right to the end.
Minton misses the free throw. Rebound comes down Kamen Smith as we are down to 15 seconds to play. And back out Villapando to Cayman Smith inside. Smith goes up and in. And Coach Hamilton burns a timeout with 7 seconds to play. It's 54-47. Is this just to get kids in the game? Because Keith, with 7 seconds to play, you're still down. Let's see, that's 3, that's 4.
Well,
you're down 7 points.
I guess you figure that you might as well use it because you can't save it.
That's it.
I mean, but I'll tell you what, West Wilkes, a great job. You know, in that third period there where Central was trying to get them to play fast, Coach Green called a timeout, got his troops together. They settled down.
Yeah.
And they played more to their style right there. Central couldn't get them to go fast, and a great job by Coach Green getting his guys settled down, and also a great job by the West Wilkes 5 that are on the floor. A great job by them, not only in their shot selection, but also in their passing ability.
All in all, a job well done by West Wilkes here tonight. Harrison Holbrook inbounds the ball. And they get it into Carson Stanley. With 3 points, with 3 seconds to play, they foul him.
It's going to put them in a double bonus now.
And it's all over but the crying now, Keith.
Yeah.
A great team win here tonight for the West Wilkes Blackhawks. It's going to push their record to 3-6 on the season, 2-2 in Foothills 2A conference play. Wilkes Central drops to 2-8, 0-4 overall as Stanley misses the free throw. And Keith, you know, more importantly for West Wilkes in the Foothills 2A Conference, they now own at least one victory over Wilkes Central and North Wilkes.
Yeah, that's it.
And that deep ball by Villapando is no good. So 54-47 is our final score in favor of the West Wilkes Blackhawks here tonight. Congratulations to Coach Scotty Green and company on a job well done. We got to take a break, then we'll come back and wrap things up here in Millers Creek. And welcome back to Millers Creek here tonight. 54-47, the West Wilkes Blackhawks get a big win over the Wilkes Central Eagles to advance their record to 3-6 on the season, 2-2 in Foothills 2A conference play. Wilkes Central now falls to 2-8 overall, 0-4 in Foothills 2A conference play. And Keith, it was led up by Carson Edmonston and Harrison Holbrook. Both of those young men had great games here tonight, helped lead the way. Jackson Tribble included in that as well for West Wilkes. Just all in all, it was as good of a team basketball game as we've seen West Wilkes play.
It definitely was. And, you know, Carson Edmonston with 22 points. And, I mean, you know, you could say, well, you know, maybe but I like the fact that he played within himself.
Yeah, he played good, smart basketball.
The shots that he took were within the frame of the basketball offense. That's what I like. He didn't try to force anything. He let the game come to him. And not only that, he had a lot of great assists tonight.
Absolutely.
And, you know, Jackson Tribble as well. And what a great game. If you're, you know, Coach Green, you can see the excitement over there. You know, anytime you beat your rival, that's a great deal.
Absolutely, it is.
You know, if you're Wilkes Central, you know, you got to wonder. You know, Cayman Smith with 13, Carlos Reyes Martin with 17, and you just got to go back to.
It was Spencer Leatherman really who had the rough game tonight.
Yeah,
Keith. He was never really able to get going offensively, and that, you know, kind of lended its way into hurting Wilkes Central here tonight. But all in all, a good job by West Wilkes to grab the victory here tonight, as once again they now push their conference record to 2-2 on the campaign, and they now own victories over all the county teams now at this point, Keith. They've got at least one victory over all the in-county teams, and that is big in these neck of the woods to be able to get those W's against your inter-county opponents. 54-47, congratulations to Coach Scotty Green and company on a job well done. A special thank you to Athletic Director Todd Rutz for helping us set up and getting us squared away here this evening, as always, as we sign off tonight from Millers Creek. The Blackhawks are victorious in the boys' game. Wilkes Central victorious in the girls' game. This has been high school basketball on Hometown Christian Radio 3WC. I'm Sports Director Aikman Chambers for my broadcast colleague Keith Bryan, wishing you a happy new year as we say it for the first time here in 2022. And always remember, give thanks to the good Lord above. Bye, y'all.